So, we just came back from watching Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 3 at the cinema, and honestly guys, it was not what we were expecting. From all the reviews online, everyone seemed to rate this film a 10 out of 10 and saying it was the best film in the trilogy. But honestly guys, this film was filled with a lot of problems.
It's impossible. Impossible!
There will be spoilers ahead. This is your only warning. Also, our opinion may be slightly controversial.
What? Do this!
I mean, for starters, if we look at the opening sequence, I will say one thing. The opening sequence was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. However, there is one glaring issue. We see that Shadow decides to break free and go on for his quest for revenge because of some memories that have resurfaced about
Maria?
But my only question is, why all of a sudden now? It's been 50 years and you're telling me all of a sudden now the memories decide to just resurface? It's like it just happened out of nowhere and no explanation was given in the film. At least in Adventure 2, we can see that Dr. Eggman actually frees Shadow out of stasis and that's why Shadow goes on for his quest for revenge. But in this film, no explanation was given as to why the memories just suddenly decided to resurface. Although aside from that, the opening sequence was absolutely amazing and we even got that recognizable kick move that Shadow does. But then we get onto the title screen. Now unlike the trailers which showed the title screen in full, like the previous films, for some reason the film decided to do a very weird cut and it honestly just doesn't flow, guys. Previous films, you see the full logo and the full transition, but for this film they cut it, but it was a very lazy cut. It just didn't flow at all. Now one thing that we did really like about this movie was the amount of references and Easter eggs there were to Sonic Adventure 2, such as Sonic's victory theme.
I remain the undefeated speed champion of all time! Yes! And the crowd goes wild!
The Chow Garden.
This is a Chow Garden.
And even Sonic's memorable quote when he's about to jump off the helicopter.
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. I'm out of here. I like running better.
Talk about low-budget flights, no food or movies. We're out of here.
And it's not just Sonic, other forms of media have been referenced as well, such as the famous Akira bike slide, which has been referenced in so many other movies.
Are you Detective Pikachu?
Yes, he is.
He does look like a Pokemon. Pika Pika.
Now we're introduced to Dr. Robotnik and also Gerald Robotnik, both played by Jim Carrey.
It's as if we're two characters in a movie being played by the same actor.
And this is where we get to probably the most disappointing part of the whole film. We go back to the first two films, the comedy was light-hearted, it was fun, and it didn't feel like they were just trying to make it funny for the sake of it. It felt like it was really thought out.
The Master Emerald? It does not concern you. I got you off that planet and you brought me to the Hedgehog. We have no more use for each other.
Well, I hate to be a contrarian, but I think we might.
You think these machines are a match for me? I will shatter them like the bones from a fallen... Oh, they are stairs.
But this film though, I don't know why, just like the comedy felt really out of place. It was way over the top. I mean, look at this dancing scene. You can see they tried to reuse the exact same joke from the first film, but they honestly didn't think it out. Because like, yeah, we can see the lasers don't go through the suit.
Of course. I designed these suits to create a field of laser-bending thermal distortion. Wasn't sure it would work till now.
But why start dancing? It felt so out of place. It's like they wanted to do a similar dancing to the first one because it was so funny, but they just shoved it in any random place. And it just, the dance moves themselves and the way it was done, it felt super cheesy, super cringe. And as for the rest of the comedy, none of it felt like absolutely amazing. Like, you know, when we go back to the first two films, some of the jokes actually made me laugh. But I wasn't really laughing at all throughout this film. Most of it just felt really cringe. Now another problem with this movie is that unless you're a hardcore Sonic Adventure 2 fan, some of the plot might be a bit confusing. For instance, nowhere does it explain in the entirety of the film that
Maria
is the daughter of Gerald Robotnik.
What?
It does get briefly hinted at the end of the film, but it's not really properly explained. Whereas Sonic Adventure 2 makes it crystal clear that Maria is the daughter of Gerald Robotnik.
My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe.
There's also other inconsistencies in the plot, like they just rushed the film. You're telling me all it took to infiltrate Gunn's headquarters, guarding the keycard to the Eclipse cannon, was just to disguise yourself with some holographic images? I mean, if that's what it takes to infiltrate Gunn's headquarters, stealing the Master Emerald shouldn't be that hard. Wait, never mind. They literally just cheaped out on this scene by having this quick segment with Sonic so that they could just basically speed up stealing the Master Emerald.
I'm here for the emerald.
Look, Sonic, I'm sorry. I promised to guard this emerald with my life. I will do whatever it takes.
Great job, guys.
Well, I tried.
I mean, I get it, Knuckles is stupid and all, but even in the video games, he guards it in the hidden palace zone. He knows how to keep it protected. You're telling me this is how he was going to keep the emerald safe? Now, when it comes to some of the other scenes, like the backstory with Maria and Shadow, it does get quite emotional and it is quite sweet, especially with some of the other scenes with Sonic and Tom. It gets, in terms of emotion, the film seems to succeed in that field quite well.
What did you do?
What I had to.
However, there is one glaring issue. Shadow the Hedgehog was literally ready to fulfill his quest for revenge, destroy the whole world. He literally said there won't be anything left.
When we're done, there won't be anything left to rule.
But all it takes is for him to spend 10 seconds with Sonic the Hedgehog, not even a minute, and then decide, you know what, I'm all cool with it. That's gotta be a world record for persuading the bad guy to do the right thing, even for Sonic. But the one character I do really love in this film is
Agent Stone.
He is amazing, probably the best exclusive character in the Sonic movie franchise. The acting is really amazing with him. Even in Sonic movie 3, he doesn't fail to impress me. He's just so funny.
The doctor thinks you're basic.
And the ending scene with Agent Stone and Dr. Eggman was just really well executed.
A sickle friend. I'll miss your lattes with steamed Austrian goat milk. I love the way you make them.
Now, the design for Sonic the Hedgehog was absolutely amazing, and Keanu Reeves knocked it out of the park with his voice acting for Sonic the Hedgehog.
You jumped out of a gun helicopter. There's nothing to talk about.
And that one scene with Super Sonic and Super Shadow, and then the Live and Learn music starts playing, was just absolutely awesome.
Gotta go fast.
Don't tell me you've got a catchphrase.
That's right, new Hedgehog. And everyone loves it.
And also at the end of the film, we get a post-credit scene detailing the future events for Sonic Movie 4. Giving us a look at Metal Sonic, an army of Metal Sonics, and also Amy Rose with a hammer. And honestly guys, I'm going to say this right now, Metal Sonic has won the award for the best looking character in the films. Honestly, he looks absolutely amazing, really highly detailed, looks like Metal Sonic from the video games. In fact, when I looked at him for the first time in the post-credit scene, I felt like I was looking at the game version of Metal Sonic. And honestly guys, from this amazing post-credit scene alone, Sonic Movie 4 looks like it could actually be a really good film. And let us know in the comments down below if you guys are excited and looking forward to Sonic Movie 4. Overall guys, Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 3 definitely wasn't a terrible film, but there definitely was some flaws with it. However, I would definitely recommend that you play Sonic Adventure 2 beforehand, before watching this film, because it'll help you to appreciate some of the scenes within the film as you'll recognize them from Adventure 2. But overall guys, it wasn't terrible, but it definitely wasn't the best. It certainly wasn't better than Sonic Movie 1 or 2. But do you guys agree with our opinions?
Yes!
What were your thoughts on Sonic the Hedgehog Movie 3? And if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our future videos. And we'll see you guys in the next video.